It's time for yoga in the morning. I am live on YouTube, live on TikTok. I am getting ready to get started. I just want to share this out with a few people in my community and then we can get started. Hope you're doing well this morning. Today I'm going to do a 20-minute yoga practice. Today is actually day 24 of the 30-day Improvers Yoga Challenge. It's a 20-minute full body yoga flow. So happy to see you all this morning. I hope you're starting off the day very well wherever you are. My name is Pamela. For those of you that have not been here before, I've been doing yoga for about 4 years. I started, during the pandemic, and I've been doing it pretty consistently since then. I'm not a certified yoga instructor, but I do yoga at home following certified yoga instructors on YouTube. I'm probably at an intermediate level, uh, working towards wanting to get to advanced. Probably some positions I'm advanced, but not all of them. Um, Good morning, Peter. How are you? Um, so I've been doing yoga. So I follow certified yoga instructors, and one of the instructors that I follow is Charlie Follows. So she's on YouTube, and she's really, really good. And so we've been doing this 30-day Improvers Challenge. This is day 24. There have been some interesting challenges in this challenge. It's been interesting. It's been fun. It's been exciting for me. When I accomplish something that I couldn't have imagined accomplishing. It's nice. I'm a big time achiever, very goal oriented, and so I like to push myself and challenge myself to do new things. And when I do and I accomplish something that's really hard, I'm just really excited about it. And so that has been happening all throughout this challenge so far. I really like yoga. Yoga is for everybody. It's just so good for your body. It's good for strengthening, it's good for stability, it's good for flexibility, and it's really good for balance. Some of the balancing poses are hard for me, but I continue to work on it, and it's been great as a pain reliever. It's great for injury prevention. And so it's just, yoga is something that I recommend to everybody, regardless of what age you are. In fact, I wish I knew about yoga when I was like 15 and got addicted to it. Man, I'd be amazed at the things that I can do. But anyway, so I'm growing within my yoga, and I am encouraging others too. Yoga is just one part of my overall wellness journey that I'm on. I like to tell people that I am a recovering fat girl. I used to weigh 280 pounds, and about 10 years ago, I just woke up and I was like, what on earth have I done to myself? Why did I think I was fat for so long and let that belief become my reality? So I just made some decisions and worked really hard, and in a year I lost 140 pounds, but over the years I've gained about 40 pounds back. And so I've realized that you can't just lose weight and just assume that things in your life don't have to change in order for you to be able to maintain. So I've discovered that I've got to be able to change the way that I think about myself, the way that I see myself, the way that I react to the world, paying attention to how my emotions impact my eating and all that kind of stuff. So I've been working on myself. And so I try to do things that are good for my mind, good for my spirit, good for my body. I try to, be intentional about what I'm eating and when I'm eating and why I'm eating and those type of things. And so this past year in 2024, after several years of not being able to even make a dent in this 43 pounds that I gained, I lost like 30 pounds. And so I'm continuing with that intentional discipline each and every day, hoping that I can get the rest of this weight off, and then really be in a position to be able to maintain and sustain and really just live my best life, a life of peace, a life where I don't have to worry, a life where, I feel good in my body, in my mind, all those things. So yoga is really a part of it, and it's been really good. And so I like to do these yoga practices live and encourage other people to do it, but it's not the only exercise that I do. But if you follow me, you'll see that I tend to share the types of things that I'm doing, the challenges that I set for myself, and how I hold myself accountable for those things. Really looking at building a community. I imagine that there's lots of people that have the same challenges that I have. And if I can overcome them, then they can overcome them too. And sometimes when you see people overcoming struggles that you have, then you're inspired to do something for yourself. You think it's not as hard. If she could do it, it's probably not as hard as I think it is. So I like to provide that type of encouragement to people within my community, and hopefully, we can just live our best lives together. So that's kind of the goal for me. Anyway, so that's me. That's who I am. I'm going to get into this yoga. Obviously, when I'm doing yoga, I'm not going to be able to interact on the live, but I do encourage those that are on. If you're just watching, I encourage you guys to interact with each other. Like I said, I think we're a community of people that are trying to live our best lives. And, we often face struggles or challenges. And maybe it's something that you haven't faced before, but someone else has. And so if we live out loud and we kind of share, what it is that what our challenges are, or what we'd like to be able to do, or, ask, where do I start? There's benefit in the 6 degrees of separation. Sometimes you just throw things out to the world, and if you allow yourself to be vulnerable, then you get back a lot of what it is that you need, and these challenges that you face don't have to be as difficult. So I just encourage, networking and communication, and just really building each other up as a kind of a united community. We weren't built to live life alone. We're built to live in community, and to be able to love on each other and help each other. So I want to definitely encourage that. Challenge funny. It's me, Lee. Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday. Dallas, Texas, and you. I am in Illinois. I'm outside. I'm in the suburbs of Chicago. All right, so let me see if there's any more question. Oh, thanks for following me. Thanks for following me. I guess the only other thing that I would say is that if you could share the live, I'd really appreciate that. If you could like the live, that would be great. I have some goals. Actually, I forgot to reset my goal. So it still says Happy Friday, I think. But, if there's anything that you want to do, I appreciate it. I appreciate the shares. I appreciate the gifts. I appreciate the likes. But more importantly, I appreciate you just being here. I appreciate you being here as kind of step one in doing something good for yourself. Yeah, it's a great way to start the day. So let's get this started. Before I start the actual practice, I'm going to do my normal warm-up. I always do a handstand, a back bend, and a headstand. When you do those inversions, it's really good for your circulation. Handstands are really good for building shoulder strength. Both handstands and headstands are really good for core strength and balance. And then back bends are really good for, staying limber and being flexible, and really making sure that you have pliability in your spine. The older you get, the stiffer you get. And so, I'm not one of those people that can just fall right back into it. So I take my time, but I like to be intentional about really being as flexible as I can. All right, so let me go ahead and get started. I'm gonna start with that. Hopefully you guys are on, you got your mat. You see I got my mats handy. Hopefully you guys will have yours and you can join in. If not, and you just wanna watch and kind of just check out some yoga, if maybe you've never done yoga before, then check it out and see. It's really good exercise. It's kind of like fountain of youth, and if you can't afford to go to a physical therapist, you should try yoga because there's a lot of the same things in yoga that you would do in physical therapy as well. Um, so I'm going to get started, and I hope you guys enjoy the practice. Sorry, my yoga was missing on my thing. All right, good handstand, headstand. All right, here we go.
Today I have a playful 20-minute practice with some animal-inspired movement. So it's really just about enjoying the process and seeing what happens. So hopefully you enjoy it. When you're ready, we'll begin in a kneeling position. Option to place something under the knees if you need some padding. And interlace your fingers, clasp your hands together, and roll out your wrists. Start to tune into your breath as you do this. And you can start with small movements and then begin to exaggerate your movements, just really warming into the wrists. Shake out your hands all together, come into tabletop. And we'll move through our wrist sequence we've been doing through the whole challenge. So starting in position 1, inhale. Exhale, move to position 2. Keep a little bend in the elbows. Inhale here. Exhale, position 3, flip the hands. Pause for a breath in. Exhale, come back to position 1. Move in time with your breath. Hold your pose for an inhale. And move to the next pose with your exhale. Move through one more round. And then come back to center. Tuck your toes, hover your knees, so they're about an inch or so off the mat. Then walk the right foot forward. See if you can bring the knee to tap the back of the arm, and then walk it back. There's also the option to slide the foot along the mat, which could make it a little easier, and then go back. Keep going from side to side. And focus on drawing navel to spine, creating that bracing effect around the torso. Go one more, tap to the right arm and the left arm. Then pick up your hips, push back to downward dog, but keep your knees bent, keep your heels raised. Pause for a breath in. Exhale, knees come down, hover your tabletop. Inhale, twist to the right. Sink the hips low as the knees go to the right. Come back through center. Exhale. Inhale, twist the knees to the left, sink the hips low. Exhale, back through center. Come back to downward dog. Inhale here. Exhale, hovering tabletop. Inhale, twist left. Exhale, center. Inhale, twist. Sorry, twist right. Exhale, center. Inhale, twist left. Exhale, center. Inhale, downward facing. 2 more rounds. Exhale, hovering tabletop. Inhale, twist right. Exhale, center. Inhale, twist left. Exhale, center. Inhale, downward facing dog. 1 more round. Exhale, hovering tabletop. Inhale, twist right. Exhale, center. Inhale, twist left. Exhale, center. Inhale, back to downward facing dog. Option to deepen your downward dog now. Maybe edging the heels a little further back, straightening the legs. Deep breaths in and out. Then lift your heels. Keep a little bend in the knees. Inhale, ripple forwards. Bend the knees. Arch your back and hover the knees off the mat. And exhale, push back to down dog. Inhale, ripple forwards. Exhale, push back. A few more times, just waving your spine. One more, inhale, ripple forwards. Exhale, push back, settle into downward dog. Inhale, right foot steps to the outside of the right hand. Reach your right arm up, twist open. Exhale, step back to downward dog. Left foot steps to the outside of the left hand. Inhale, reach the left arm up, twist open. Exhale, step back to down dog. Keep this flowing, right foot steps forwards. This time as you twist open, reach the arm up. See if you can hover your back foot off the mat. Just a couple of inches maybe. And then exhale, come back to down dog. Left side, step the foot forwards. Reach the left arm up. Lean weight into the front foot. See if you can hover the back foot just a little bit. And then step back to downward dog. Right side, next progression. As you reach the arm up and hover the back foot, see if you can step it through and hover just above your mat. So your bum is off the floor. If you really need to, you could lower the left heel down for more support. Good work. Then step back, downward dog. Left side, final progression. As the foot steps forward and you reach the arm up, hover the back foot and see if you can sweep it through. Hover just above the mat. You could always lower the heel down if you needed. Pause for a breath in. Exhale, come back. Step back to down dog. Nice work. Pause for a breath in. Exhale out. And step the right foot to the outside of the right hand. Open out the back foot. Sink the hips to the right heel. Find Skandasana. You could either use your fingertips to support here or bring hands to prayer. Slow down the breath a moment. And then stay low as you transition to the other side, bending the left leg as you straighten the right. Pause, find Skandasana here. Shift back towards the front of your mat. Turn to face forward, plant the left hand, reach the right arm up, and step to side plank. Keep the right knee bent, leg raised. If you're modifying, left knee could be down here. And step the right foot behind you, spin your chest open. Come into wild thing. Inhale here, pick up your hips, pick up your heart. And exhale, step to plank. Pause for a breath in. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, take any back bend of your choosing. It could be Sphinx, Cobra, or Up Dog. Exhale to Down Dog. Step the left foot to the outside of the left hand. Spin the back foot open to find Skandasana. Pause here a moment. Slow down your breathing. And turn to face forwards, plant the right hand, reach the left arm up, twist open, inhale. As you exhale, step into your side plank, pick up the left leg, keep it raised. If you're modifying here, right knee is down. And place the left foot behind you, spin your chest open, pick up the hips, pick up the heart, find wild thing. Inhale here. Exhale, come back to plank. Pause for a breath in. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, find your back bend of choice. Exhale, downward facing dog. Pause for a breath in. Exhale out. Then looking forwards, bend your knees, lift your heels. Inhale here. As you exhale, jump your feet to the outsides of your hands to jump to Malasana. Sink the hips down and start to rock from side to side. And staying in your Malasana, but turn to face the side of your mat so that you have the length of your mat to travel down. Place the hands by your right side, shift weight into your hands, and sweep your legs to the right in a little monkey jump style movement. And then we'll place the hands to the left, sweep the legs to the left. Continue moving through this, and each time, see if you can get your hips high, see if you can find just a little bit of balance on your hands. Just playing around with handstand. If you are familiar, you might want to come up into a straddle. Just see what happens, see where you can take it. Finish back at the front of your mat, turn to face forwards in your Malasana. Inhale here. Exhale. exhale, fold forwards. Find a wide forward fold. The option to take a hold of backs of ankles. You could draw yourself in deeper. But there's also the option just to dial it down, keep a bend in the knees. There's no need to push every single practice. Shuffle the feet in hips width. Find a crouching position. And planting the hands, setting the knees on the backs of the arms, getting ready for crow. Rock forwards, pick up your hips, take the weight into the hands. And you could just play around with maybe just taking the tips of the toes off the mat and putting them down. Or maybe you're comfortable enough to work towards lifting both feet. Maybe even straightening the arms to find crane. Come down, find forward fold. In your forward fold, interlace your fingers, clasp your hands together and roll out your wrists. Good. Then step back to plank. Inhale here. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, find your back bend of choice. Exhale, take downward facing dog. Lift the right leg high, open out the hip, bend the knee. Then sweep the leg forwards to come into pigeon pose. Support yourself on your right side if needed, and instead of folding forward, stay upright. Twist to the left and walk the hands to your left side. Start to deepen your breath as you twist here. And if it's available, you could work towards coming down to your forearms. Release the twist, turn to face forwards. Plant your hands ahead of you and slide the back knee forwards and hook it behind your front heel. Tuck the back toes and you can use your hands to help you stand up. Then walk your hands in, bend the grounded leg to find a chair variation. So right knee is hooked over the left. Right ankle is hooked over the left knee, sorry. Option to bring hands into press, sink the weight back through your heels, sit low. Pause here. Take a hold of your big toe with the right index and middle finger, and then slowly stand up, lift the right toe up with you. You can either stay with the leg bent, just finding your balance here, or you could extend the leg in front. If it's a little difficult keeping a hold of the big toe, you could bring the hand around the back of the knee as another option. Pause, inhale. Exhale, open the leg out to the side. Keep your gaze focused on one spot as you figure out the balance. One more breath in. Exhale, sweep the leg back forwards. And then slowly lower the foot down. Hinge from your hips, fold forwards. Walk your hands forwards, come to downward facing dog. And lifting the left leg high. Inhale, open out the hip, bend the knee. Exhale, sweep the leg forwards, come into pigeon pose. Supporting yourself in any way you may need. Then staying upright here, twist to the right, bring hands to the right side. And you can start just here on your fingertips for support. And then you may find in time, you could come down to the forearms if it's available. Turn to face forwards, use your hands for support. Slide the back leg forwards so that you bring the knees to the back of the front heel. Then tuck your toes. You can use your hands to support you as you stand up. Bend the grounded leg to sit back in this chair pose variation. You can bring hands to prayer, sit a little bit lower. Focus your gaze on one spot. Use the left index and middle finger to wrap around your left big toe. Then stand up and lift the left leg with you. You could stay here with the leg bent. You could extend it in front of you. There's also the option to take a hold of the underneath the knee as a way to modify here. And standing tall, lifting the crown of your head, inhale. Exhale, open the leg out to the side. Pause here. Breathe steady. Bring the leg forwards. Pause for a breath in. Exhale, lower the foot down. Hinge from your hips, fold forwards and walk the hands forwards to downward facing dog. Make any adjustments you need to. You might need to walk the feet back. Hold for a full breath in. Exhale out. Then ripple forwards, come to plank, lower down, lie down on your belly. Reach the left arm in front of your chest over to the right side. And then roll around, come and lie down on your back. As you lie down, hug knees into chest, take a gentle rock side to side. You could keep the knees together, or you could open them wide. There's also the option to catch the feet for happy baby. Final few movements here, so if there's anything you feel you need to do before you can settle in for Shavasana, please, by all means, go there. And when you're ready, make your way into Shavasana. Just letting the body completely relax for this next few minutes. Bring your awareness back to your space and start to deepen your breath. Move your fingers and toes. Hug your knees into your chest and roll onto your side. When you're ready, join me back in a seated position. And flicker the eyes open when you're ready. Thank you so much for your time and your energy. I hope that you enjoyed this playful practice, especially if it's introduced new ways of moving that you may not have experienced before. Hopefully it has unlocked something in you and helped you see that there's so much movement out there for us to enjoy. Thank you. for the rest of the challenge. Take care. Bye.
Her practices always have challenge to them. Those monkey hops are so hard for me to do. And because I don't watch these practices in advance, I don't always know what to anticipate. So, in some of those balancing poses, especially the one where you're starting on the ground and you're bringing your foot up and having to stand and then bring it up and out, that was hard on the right, but because I knew what to anticipate on the left, I did a better job. Anyway, that was yoga for the morning. It was good for me. I hope it was good for you. I really enjoyed it. Thank you so much for being here, for watching. I appreciate you. For those on TikTok, thank you so much for the shares. Thank you so much for the likes. And if anybody gave a gift, thank you for that as well. Those things are nice, but what's really nice is that you're here. So thank you so much for that. I hope you guys have a fabulous, fabulous day, and hopefully I'll see you back on the mat tomorrow. Bye.